Our country was based off of moral values and freedom. The abolition of slavery would give freedom to current slaves, following the golden rule, treat others as you wish to be treated. People began to realize how cruel slavery was, so work was done to abolish slavery. Freed slaves began to write the horrors that they experienced and endured during their time spent as slaves. This inspired white people to join the abolitionist movement. Sarah and Angelina Grimke were born to Judge John Frauscher Grimke, who was a strong advocate of slavery and subordination of women, a wealthy planter who held hundreds of slaves and 14 children with his wife. Of the 14 children, the twins were the middle, and they became abolitionists in 1835. The twins became abolitionists after seeing the horrors of slavery around their household. Sarah wanted to become a doctor and follow in her father's footsteps, but was unable to do so because she was a woman. William Lloyd Garrison was the editor of the abolitionist newspaper, The Liberator, and the founder of the American Anti-Slavery Society. At the young and tender age of 25, Garrison joined the abolition movement. For a brief time, he became associated with the American Colonization Society, an organization that believed free blacks should immigrate to a territory on the west coast of Africa. Although some members of society encouraged granting freedom to slaves, the majority saw the relocation as a means to reduce the number of free blacks in the United States and thus help preserve the institution of slavery. Here are a few fun or interesting facts. The white abolitionist movement in the North was led by social reformers. The first American call to abolish slavery came in April of 1688, when Quakers in Germantown, Pennsylvania, wrote a 2-page condemnation of the practice, which led to the end of slavery in the Society of Friends in 1776 and in the state of Pennsylvania in 1780. John Greenleaf Whittier was a writer and a politician who was against slavery and one of the regular contributors to the newspaper The Liberator, that was published by William Lloyd Garrison. During the 1830s, Whittier became interested in politics, but after losing a congressional election in 1832. In 1883, it was a turning point for Whittier. He met Garrison, and Garrison encouraged Whittier to join the abolitionist cause. He practiced abolitionism through poems published in The Liberator. Harriet Beecher Stowe was a writer who wrote controversial books about slavery. Her books were about the hardships and tragedies faced by blacks that were enslaved. Her most famous book was Uncle Tom's Cabin, which people believed may have led to the groundwork for the Civil War. John Brown was an American abolitionist who, unlike other abolitionists, used visuals and speech to fight slavery. Some of his more unconventional uses were violent actions to fight slavery. During 1856 in Kansas, Brown commanded forces at the Battle of Blackjack and the Battle of Osawatomie. Brown, even though his violent ways is hailed as somewhat of a violent killer of slavery, sparked the Civil War and ceded civil rights.